Hey, you want it? I got it. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment. Alright, let's get into it. Saturday night main event. Wasn't great, wasn't horrible. It was okay. I have to say, hopefully, Seth Rollins didn't hurt himself bad that will end his career. Because remember back in 2015, he blew his knee out. MCL, ACL, and meniscus. You know, and he's had a lot of back issues. So hopefully, with this knee injury, I mean, it looked bad. Hopefully, it's not terribly bad, but I think he's going to be out for some time with this. I've been, trying to get some news feed, but nobody has a report or anything like that. So I'll continue to keep looking and try to keep everybody posted on what's happening with him and that injury and stuff. But let's get to the card. All right, we have Jelly Roll and Randy Orton coming out. Logan Paul comes out with Drew McIntyre. Uh, the match between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, it was an okay match. Um, Randy Orton wins the match with an RKO. I mean, Drew McIntyre, he just came back. So I thought maybe this match is probably in kind of crazy and not a definite winner and stuff. But Drew goes down. Hopefully it doesn't hurt anything because I think they need to build Drew up. I mean, you got Randy Orton, you got Drew McIntyre. These guys can be main eventers. We got Seth Rollins hurt now, so what's going to happen to the faction? What's going to happen with Braun Breaker and them guys. But we'll talk about that a little bit later and stuff. What I can't understand is with Jelly Roll and Paul Logan. I mean, it was good. It was okay, but it just doesn't make sense. How is Jelly Roll going to get on Logan Paul, one of the guys that's a pretty good hard hitter? Um, and I know Logan Paul is getting Jelly Roll over, but for what? I mean, for what? Logan Paul is a wrestler. He is an influencer also, and what he was saying yesterday on SmackDown, I mean, he said some truth, but then he was talking about himself also. Logan Paul has not been in the ring, like that and stuff. I mean, he's probably had some in-ring experience since what, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe, and stuff like that. But anyway, during the match, after the match was over with, Logan Paul attacks Randy Orton. Then Jelly Roll again attacks Logan Paul. And then Jelly Roll, for attacking Logan Paul, suffers a Claymore from Drew McIntyre, which sets up a tag team match for SummerSlam. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton facing Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. Triple H, what in the squirrel world are you doing? I don't understand it. But anyway, moving on from that, you know, you have Jay Cargill being, camerized, how they go around panning on stars that, are at the events and everything. And then camera goes on to Jay Cargill and stuff. But, SmackDown, Jade attacked Naomi, but they've been attacking each other back and forth. That's how they got up with the match, no holds bar match for Evolution for tomorrow night. But anyway, Naomi comes out, she attacks Jade. That goes on for a little bit. I mean, it was pretty good and stuff because it builds up for you to see what's going to happen, at that no holds bar match tomorrow night for Evolution, which comes on at 7 o'clock on Peacock. But anyway, it's going to be a good match. Hopefully, it doesn't disappoint. I still honestly think that they should have, another female Hell in a Cell. I mean, because the one with Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, the very first one was classic. Was classic. But anyway, they need that again, and I think these two should have been in that situation. But anyway, moving on, we have Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. The match was an okay match. It was pretty good. It was a little. It was decent. I'd like to see that Jimmy Uso, had put a different, a couple of new things into his arsenal as far as in the ring, performance and everything. Not just kicking and that little crazy punch that he does. And I think Jimmy may be a little bit better than Jay in the ring as far as what's going on inside the ring. But it was a pretty good match. Solo Sikoa, wins. He has, his MFTs out there. Um, at the end of the match, he he spikes Jimmy Uso, and then the MFTs they jump Jimmy. They pretty much, dogged him out, beat him out, and then out comes Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu comes out, does a little shimmy and everything. He attacks, the MFTs and Solo and puts them out, and I don't understand how is it that one guy can put out four guys that are either his size or bigger than him. And I don't understand that. In real life and true life, that'll never happen. They got Tawatunga. And come on, the dude is like almost 7 feet tall, weighs close to 300 pounds. Come on, really? All right. But anyway, so I'm sure that's going to be continued on. I'm thinking that Jacob Fatu may get a rematch with Solo Sikoa, you know, hopefully at SummerSlam. Um, Maybe regain the belt. Who knows? I don't know what they're going to do. I'm kind of lost. I'm still trying to find out where in the world is Seth. I mean, not Seth Rollins, but where in the world is Roman Reigns? You would think at this point Roman Reigns would come out because Roman Reigns got a lot of things, going on. I mean, he got stuff with Seth Rollins, which is gonna have to change because Seth Rollins now is hurt. With Solo Sikoa, when the very first Raw on Netflix, they had the match for the Ula Fala. Nothing came of that. Roman won it back, but after that, it just dropped out of the scene. So that's pretty retarded. So, and I was hoping that Roman might have came out, you know, um, maybe with Jacob, maybe with a couple others, maybe Zilla, something like that. But we don't know. I know Roman Reigns is somewhere around. I know he's coming out soon. Not sure when. I'm also almost positive it would have been, on Saturday Night Main Event, but it didn't happen. Then we have the match where Seth Rollins, hurts himself and everything. Hopefully, like I said before, that the injury isn't a bad injury. LA Knight, it was a good match before the injury. I knew Seth Rollins was going to win because why would he lose to LA Knight and he is Money in the Bank? Now what are they going to do with that? What are they going to do with Braun Breaker? What are they going to do with Bronson Reed? What's going to happen with Paul Heyman and stuff? Is Paul Heyman just going to take Braun Breaker and single off and do him like he did with Brock Lesnar? Or he going to take the both of them and unite them as a tag team? I don't know how that's going to happen. Stay tuned. Like I tell you, please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if what you think about this situation now, as far as Seth Rollins and that faction, how that's gonna go. Um, are they gonna take the Money in the Bank briefcase from him? Are they gonna have something to where whoever wins gets the briefcase? Then they have the same opportunity to turn, the briefcase in within a year, but then it's got to be done. It's I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Good luck, Triple H. You're really screwing up things a lot now. Before Seth Rollins got hurt, let's see how you work this one and fix the situation and make things better for the WWE because man, the viewership is going down. And then we have Gunther and Goldberg. which was an okay match, And I thought Goldberg would probably run out of gas within the 5 minutes, or actually in his march down to the ring. I love Goldberg. I've always liked Goldberg. When he was in WCW, he was one of my favorites. And man, with Gunther and this match was pretty good. I mean, Gunther ends up, putting him to sleep and everything. I knew that Goldberg was not going to tap out. He had to put him to sleep, to win the match. And for a minute there during the match, I thought Goldberg was going to win. I mean, he hit him with a spear, he hit him with the jackhammer and stuff. Goldberg got his stuff in. But the sad thing about the whole situation is after the match is over, Gunther gave him his spot, to give him his to say his farewell. They go to commercial, and when they come back, Gunther's talking. I mean, Goldberg's already talking um, with his farewell, and then the show goes off. What? That was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to Goldberg. Hopefully they can make that up, at Raw Monday night. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. But all in all, the Saturday Night Main Event wasn't bad, wasn't good. I'm gonna give it maybe a B minus and stuff, only because of the fact that that Naomi and Jay Cargill build up for tomorrow night Evolution was great. Can't wait to see Evolution. But anyway, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I thank you for watching the channel. God bless. Deuces. Have a great day, and thank you.